Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a completely new to me product to try. Funnily enough, you can see that behind me we've got a clean car. So what we're going to be testing out today, Chemical Guys Hydro Suds Ceramic Car Wash Soap. Now I'll be completely honest, this is probably the most expensive car soap shampoo that I have ever bought. This cost £25 in Halfords. I've actually been eyeing this soap up for a little while. I've been in and out of Halfords and really kind of tossed and turning on whether or not to buy it. But I am genuinely curious to find out what makes this worth £25. Let's get into it. So with this being one of my favourite products, maybe not, a ceramic infused shampoo, I've got a clean car with no protection on it, and to prove that, you can see that the water is sticking to the panel like glue. You can see it's starting to peel away there from the sticker part there, and then, yeah, just water. So let's wash the bonnet, see how it looks. Alright, so I've got the two buckets set up here. I'm going to use a 2-bucket method, as I always do. And just reading the directions. Pre-rinse the vehicle to remove loose debris. I've already done that. I've done a pre-wash using a dedicated pre-wash product, Autoglans Brute, and then I've done a snow foam as well, which was EZ Car Care snow foam. So we're ready to start washing the car with the shampoo. And the directions are to add 1 ounce of Hydro Suds to 3 to 4 gallons of water. 1 ounce is about 30 millilitres. So, and as you can see, I've got about 3.5 to 4 gallons of water in this 5-gallon bucket here. About 30 mil there. So just get that in. Now, some of the long-term subscribers might remember me using a product called Geon Bathe Plus, which is very similar to this. And a big downfall for me was the foam disappeared. So we'll see if the same thing happens with the Chemical Guys Hydro Suds. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to wash half of the bonnet first. I'm using a different wash mitt to what I would normally use because I don't want to ruin my good wash pad. So I don't know how this will react with your wash mitt. I have to say, it does feel very slick. Plenty of suds on the panel. And back into the rinse bucket. Now this does claim to be a high-performing pH neutral soap with high gloss shielding properties of SiO2 to deliver a hydrophobic wash. Let's give it a rinse off and see how it is. I'll be very honest, first impressions for this shampoo, soap, whatever the hell you want to call it, are not good. I've followed the directions to a T, and there is no hydrophobic properties whatsoever to the bonnet right now. It's still fully loaded with water. Nothing's sheeted off or beaded off or anything. Compared to when I used the Geon Bathe Plus, this is poor. Just added another 30 to 40 mil in the wash bucket. I'm going to see if it does anything. Right, I'm going to give this product a chance to redeem itself. The other opportunity, or the other option to use this is through a foam cannon. So I've put 50ml in 500 millilitres. It says use 65 in a full lance, so because I've got half a lance, I've still over egged it, and we're going to apply it and then see how it works. Just trying to do this all in one take so that nobody says I'm talking bull. Oh, I feel so American right now. I've got to say, it does feel an awful lot slicker applying it through the lance. Maybe Scottish water is not compatible with it. Let's see. Yeah, that's still so flat. Don't get me wrong, the car's clean and it looks nice, but there's very little protection on that, or in that product, if any. The car's completely washed. You can see on the vertical panels there's some evidence of water starting to sheet away, but I mean the panel's still very, very wet. Not really doing very much at all. I mean, this product might be good for if you've already got some sort of coating on your car and you're topping it up. Same again on the bonnet. You can see some form of water behaviour, but yeah, the vast majority is just still completely loaded with water. Right, so it's been a few days. I've kind of been racking my brain thinking, why do I remember Geon being so good and Chemical Guys being so poor? So I thought, no better thing to do than to try and get my hands on some Geon Wash Plus, or Bathe Plus, Geon Bathe Plus, and kind of do a bit of a 50-50 on the bonnet of the Civic, which I'll show you in a second, has no protection. We'll do a quick 50-50 and see how the products compare, just to prove that I'm not losing my mind thinking that this product should be doing more than what it actually is. The way I'm going to do this is simple. I've got completely fresh buckets, so this is completely fresh solution of the Hydro Suds and of the Geon Bathe Plus. I'm using the red wash mitt for the Hydro Suds just to keep it consistent, and I've got the Garage Therapy wash mitt or wash pad for the Bathe Plus. Left hand side of the bonnet here is going to be the Hydro Suds, and then right hand side of the bonnet is going to be the Bathe Plus. If you go back to about 10 minutes on the dot on this video, you'll see just how flat the paintwork is. In fact, you can see how flat it is on the right hand side where the Bathe Plus is going to go that hasn't been touched yet. So we have a pretty good base for both products. Let's see how we get on with them. After giving the panel a wash, I did let it sit for a few minutes just to replicate washing the full vehicle before rinsing it off to let the product go to work. Very clear to see that the Bathe Plus has really started to get those hydrophobic properties going, whereas the Hydro Suds is still just as flat as it was at the start, and as flat as the paintwork was in the Mini after using the shampoo a good few times on it. The very last thing that I wanted to test with the Hydro Suds before I give my opinion on the product was to put the shampoo directly on the wash mitt. So I've done that, and then I've washed half of the roof here and then given it a rinse off to see if it's done anything, and again it hasn't. Alright then, so the Chemical Guys Hydro Suds shampoo, what are we thinking about it? Let's talk about the good points first. It's a ceramic infused shampoo. Generally, when you put these kind of shampoos in your wash bucket, the suds just disappear. This one stays sudsy for the full wash. Secondly, it is a very, very slick shampoo. You only need to use about 35 millilitres in a full bucket of water to get that nice slick feeling when you're washing the car. So low amount of product for a very slick shampoo. So we've spoke about the good points. Let's talk about the bad points of this shampoo or soap or whatever you want to call it. Number one, the price. £25 is very expensive for 500 millilitres of product. That's £5 per 100 millilitres. Secondly, it claims to be a ceramic infused shampoo. Also claims on the website that it leaves behind a layer of SiO2 protection. Based on my experience, it doesn't. And I've went to extreme lengths with this. You can see I've hardly got any of the bottle left. I've tried a lot. I've went really high dilutions and it's not done anything. And that brings me on to the conclusion of this video. Would I recommend the Chemical Guys Hydro Suds ceramic car wash soap? No, I wouldn't. £25 for a car wash shampoo that doesn't do what it says on the label just isn't for me. Feel free to give it a crack yourself, but it's a no from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.